Well, it looks like we got some good news and some bad news as it relates to Crosstalk, the upcoming shorts that are marketing Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, which comes out next month. Hello everyone, I'm OCDsaster, and this is OCDsaster Blue, my Sonic exclusive channel where everything we do here is related to Sonic the Hedgehog. So if that sounds like something your speed, consider checking out some other videos after this one and maybe even subscribing. So we've already done a video about Crosstalk, which is basically these little shorts in which the characters are talking about upcoming, things and features to Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. And at first, I thought it was just going to be Sonic and Tails riffing off of each other, because that's what the first two episodes were. And they were great. I really loved the banter. I loved the way that they were, explaining the game, but also having a casual conversation. It felt natural. And I also talked about how I love the designs. I love the Sonic Battle x Sonic Riders combination art style that they have going on here. Well, it looks like they're going to be doing different characters. It's not just going to be Sonic and Tails talking to each other, because the third episode of Crosstalk dropped, and to my surprise, it was Jet the Hawk and Wave the Swallow talking. And I have some thoughts. First off, the design looks great. I love the way they look. I think this is the best these two have ever looked in a 2D format. I still think they're badass in their Sonic Riders drawing style, but in that game, the style of the characters were bigger hair and quills and feathers and more of like a longer body. This is more to the original iconic Sonic look, where the body's a little bit more compacted with the head and everything. You guys know what I'm talking about. You're all Sonic fans. So I like it. I like the style. I like the look. I like the expressions. The expressions aren't as great as Sonic and Tails. But that's fine. With the beaks and stuff, it's a little bit more difficult for these types of characters. In the video, they talk about Team Rose. So Amy Rose, Cream the Rabbit, and Big. And they really try to hype these characters up. They even say in the video, what are you, his hype woman or whatever? And it's funny because they are really trying to show even the lesser known characters are important and have a characteristic about them that makes them, valid to join what they call the CrossWorlds Cup or the CrossWorlds Grand Prix. And I like that. I think it's good to include other characters that are not very known. Of course, they reference the big guy himself, Big the Cat. All hail and praise be unto his name. He is the best. I'm glad that they finally put some respect on this guy. He is the GOAT, and he will be dominating the race course as Wave suggests. There is something I did not like about this Crosstalk, though. And you guys can disagree, that's absolutely fine. You know how we do it on this channel. You can have your own opinions, even if they're not the popular one, or even the right one. I hate saying people have right and wrong opinions. For certain things, it's definitely true, but others, it's more subjective. I do not like Jet's voice. I've mentioned this in previous CrossWorlds videos. I just prefer the Sonic Riders voice actor. And this is nothing against the voice actor for Jet in this game. I think it's more so on the voice direction that they were told, because it doesn't sound squeaky enough. I know that sounds weird, but I actually really am used to, I guess because I played so much Sonic Riders, the squeakiness in Jet's voice. And it was right on that line of being a little bit too annoying, but just that right tone and that right pitch that really made it work. But this Jet, I don't like it. It's too soft. It's not as bird-like, if that makes sense. And it's turning me off in the sense that, I don't really recognize this as Jet. I know I'm looking at Jet the Hawk, but the voice was a really pivotal part of the character, especially in Sonic Riders and Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I never played Free Riders, so I don't know if that's when Jet's voice changed or what have you, if it was another game where Jet's voice was changed, but it is a little bit disappointing. I'm probably going to get used to it. It's not the end of the world. I'm not, stomping my feet, raging over this. I'm still very excited for CrossWorlds. It's just something that I noticed, that there are some changes for this game and these characters that I might not completely agree with. But aside from that, they didn't really go over any gameplay mechanics of CrossWorlds. They were really just reviewing the characters. But now I'm excited to see what characters they're going to bring in for the next episode. Will it be Shadow and Rouge, Shadow and Omega? Will it be Silver and Blaze? That's a good pairing. Are we going to hear from, the Team Chaotix? So we're going to get more of these segments, and I bet they're going to be showing off some more characters. And I'm very excited, and it just makes me wish that we still had the physical manuals for this game. Bear with me. Back in the day, in the early 2000s, mid-2000s, video games came with instruction manuals, and when you opened them up, you could see pictures and renders of the characters with a little paragraph next to it describing them, and it would usually be in a different art style than from the game that you're playing. And so Sonic Riders had the Sonic Riders 2D art style in there with the description of the characters. I wish that they could do something like that for CrossWorlds, where you would have this version, these drawn versions of these characters, because I like them so much, guys. You don't understand. But yeah, what do you guys think of this new Crosstalk? Do you like Jet and Wave talking? Do you want it to go back to Sonic and Tails? Which characters do you want to see next in the next episode? And yeah, give me all your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below. I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you have a super Sonic rest of your day. See ya!